Whoa, what the fuck? Yo, what the fuck? Oh, shit. It's a real ass snake. Real ass snake. Yo, what the fuck? It's a real ass motherfucking snake. Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy, Khoi. I thought I might do a little bit different of a style for my video today. Because firstly, time is running out and I need to do my daily journal. And I can always find time during my day to do a video, but today, I don't know, I just got a few things going on. Gotta clean up the house, gotta contact my new tenants to sort out the money and bonds and all that adult stuff, going to the gym, going shopping, all that good stuff. So I'm running out of time and I have to go to work this afternoon, so I thought I might do a car video while I'm on the way to work. Should be easy enough. What does it take? Just me talking to the camera for 10 minutes, 10 minutes on the way to work, 10-minute video, done, easy. Yeah, so that's why I'm doing this. And my eyes on the road, man. I'm being safe. So for all of you out there who are probably gonna be commenting, bro, you shouldn't be doing this while driving. Bitch, I can do this while I'm driving. I've got this, trust me. What's been on my mind? Sometimes I feel like I'm being thrown into this role of being a man without even having a say in it. And I know everybody's situation is the same. They all get born, you all get given a set of chromosomes. Some of you have XX chromosomes and some of you have XY chromosomes and some of you have a combination of both. So from a biological standpoint, you don't really get to choose this shit. You get thrown into the deep end. Ever since the day you were born, you either become a man or you either become a woman. And that's why there's so much existential angst, so much resentment, so much anger in the world when people learn the fact that they don't get to choose their own gender. Now I can sort of understand why there's so many transgender people out there, people with sexual dysphoria, people who were born with a certain sets of sexual characteristics, and they themselves do not find that they fit into the mold that society has created for them. I can now start to understand where these people are coming from and why they are so upset. If you watch my videos a few months back, hell, if you compare myself to last year, I would have been a totally different person. Why was I a different person? Well, you know how I said last year I was a full-on Christian and I did everything to the sentence of the Bible. Basically, I tried to become a man because I thought that was my true, authentic self. But this static identity, this socially constructed idea of being a man is actually not who you truly are. I recently watched a Sisyphus video where he talked about on the searching for healthy masculinity, and he brought up Taoism and this text by the Zhuangzi. Now I'll tell you the story. I'll summarize his view. So in the book, in the writing of Zhuangzi, which is like ancient Chinese writing, there's a story about a carpenter and an apprentice. One day this carpenter and his apprentice went to a very old tree. The apprentice asked the carpenter, "Master, why don't we cut down this massive old tree?" To which the carpenter said, "This old tree ain't worth shit. It's so fucking old that if we manage to cut it down, it will be useless because the wood is so fucking old." And this is straight up Taoism, because the tree managed to survive that long and to be on this earth for that long and to grow into such a big tree because it wasn't being useful. It wasn't trying to fit into this mold that the society has created, which is for a tree, for it to be useful, it has to be cut down and made into other shit. Just think about it. A tree, for it to realize its true potential and to become truly something, it has to be cut down. It has to be used. And that made me think, that made me question being a man itself. Is it true that in order for you to be a man, you have to be useful, you have to do shit, you have to hustle, you have to make money, you have to be the provider? And in this pursuit of being useful, you're being used, you are being spent. Look around you, man. Successful men. It's very unlikely that you will see a young, successful person. The norm is that you become old and successful as a man after you've acquired all this wealth, after you've spent your youth working on yourself, working on your business, providing value for the community. You're being spent, and that's years of your life that's gone. The heaven has given you these years, but for you to fit into the mold, for you to be what is meant to be a man, you have to go do shit, you have to start shit, you have to work, you have to become dominant. When I was a little bit younger, I didn't really understand this, but the more I grow up and the more I look at my dad's life, I mean, my dad's is semi-retired now. He doesn't work that hard anymore, and my mom is always nagging him because she's the one who's still working. She hasn't retired, and my dad, he's basically chilling, straight chilling, but he's living a very comfortable, happy life. Meanwhile, his colleagues are still hustling, they're still making money. They are becoming CEOs, they are becoming managers. And my dad, he doesn't hold any really fancy titles. He got a few streams of income, and he's just happy being where he is at the moment. And when I was younger, I was kind of resentful towards my father for not working hard enough so that I get all these fancy stuff that the other kids around me, they get to have. I was being jealous because my dad is not a CEO, he's not a boss of a big company, and that's why I don't get fancy stuff. I never get spoiled as a teenager. Yeah, as a teenager, I was piss poor. I don't have a PlayStation, I have nothing, while other kids are wearing brand spanking new shoes. I got second-hand shoes from Kmart, I was a skater back then as well, and I always destroy my shoes. And whenever I want to get a new pair of Vans, I couldn't, because we don't have the money. We have to buy secondhand stuff. But now I've come to appreciate the reason why Dad is still healthy, why Dad is still doing pull-ups, why Dad is still going for walks every day, why he's still working out and doing all these bodyweight movements. He can do pistol squats. He can do 20 pistol squat. And you know how hard that is, balancing on one leg and then squatting down on that leg. That's a feat that not many of his colleagues can do. Meanwhile, his colleagues are out there, understandably, making a shit ton of money. But, you know, in order for you to be successful as a businessman in Vietnam, you gotta be socializing, you gotta be networking. And our form of networking is going out, drinking alcohol with your co-workers and shaking hands with all the CEOs and all the managers and do all that shit. You basically have to mingle with the best people in order for you to start to become one. You have to suck up to people a little bit. Either that or you join the Communist Party. Yeah, I know you all know that we are a communist country, but we don't like to say that. We like to say we are a socialist country, but deep down we are communist, and anyone who joins the Communist Party can reap the benefits of being a party member. That's it. I'm not going to say anything else because I might get deported and executed. So I'm not going to say anything else. But yeah, what it means to be a man. Don't you realize that when you start to embrace the emptiness, to embrace the undoing, that's when you start to exist. I've said this before in my videos. A cup's value is measured not by the material it's made from, but from the emptiness of that material. In other words, when you see a cup, it's not the outside of the cup that matters, the porcelain, the china, it's not that. It's actually the emptiness of the cup that allows it to be filled up with water and for it to be used. A box, a solid box is not useful. An empty box is useful. So I like to liken that metaphor to being a man. When you start to become empty and you start to embrace and embrace whatever that comes your way, accept it and accept spontaneity. That's when you start to be, I guess, that's when you start to exist. You see how people say when you're a man, you have to stay true to yourself, you have to be authentic. But what is authentic? Is it conforming to the societal ideologies of being a man, to hustle, to work hard, to provide for the family? Or is it the emptiness of your soul? When you start becoming empty, you can receive, and you can also return to being empty again. And I think that is very important. I know I cannot really articulate this very well with my words, but if you get a chance, go watch that video right now. Go watch In Search for Healthy Masculinity and you will see what I mean. I think the left has a lot to offer to this debate as well. And I've started to change my perspective a little bit. You don't have to be this masculine textbook man. Just be your own person, man. And I gotta go to work now, but if you're watching this, I hope you are doing extremely well out there. Stay strong as always, and God bless. I'll see you next time.